Hi guys!
Hi.
We're gonna make resurrection rolls, and our rolls are really yummy. They taste like cinnamon rolls, I think, when they're all done. But they tell the story of Jesus. Olivia, can you scoot in a little bit so we can see you? Come this way. There, that's a little better. Okay, so Jesus is God's son who was sent to earth to pay the price for our sin. He never sinned. Did you know that Jesus never sinned? Did you know that? Even when he got angry in the temple, that wasn't a sin. That was a righteous anger. So that was okay. And so the white of this marshmallow, because this is part of our ingredients, this represents Jesus, right?
So what are our ingredients?
What are our ingredients? Hey, that's a good question. We have 2 cans of crescent rolls, 16 large marshmallows, melted butter, and sugar and cinnamon.
Kind of like what you would put on toast or bread.
Yeah,
and then
when you make
toast
cinnamon toast, right. So how about if I open these up?
I'm feeling it goes in the butter and then that and then that.
I have a feeling you might be onto something.
Is that warm?
Yeah, it's warm butter.
Did you just melt it?
Nope. It melted itself because it knew we needed it.
Wait, River. How about Mommy hands you the marshmallow, River dips it in butter, and I dip it in the cinnamon and sugar.
And then I roll it in the crescent roll? Yeah. Okay, sounds like a plan. Maybe we should open one of the 2 of these.
And then we can trade.
Wait, I
over
want to
time.
open it. I like opening.
Okay, you can pop one open, but don't take them out. Do you know what it's like to open them? Olivia, pull the tab. Here, I'll trade you. I started this one. You can finish that one. See where it says start here?
Yeah, me and my grandma usually we done it.
You want to pull it?
Sure. Me and grandma usually just bang it on the table and it slides open.
They do open that way, but you have to pull the outside off first.
Like this?
Good job.
Like
You don't
that?
even have to bang it. You can just press your finger right on that crease. That works. She's doing it.
Your
She's
finger
doing it. She's
on the
okay.
crease. I want to see if that actually works. Can you press your finger on the
Where the
crease?
arrows are, push your fingers right where those arrows are. Push it. Here, try there. Right there. Push hard. I don't want to hurt your fingers. You want me to push it?
We just do it the bang way.
I want to do it the bang way.
See?
But then that makes a dent.
Oh, honey, they're all going to be misshaped in a minute anyway. Okay, so here's our marshmallows. And now we'll start our story, okay? Jesus is God's son who was sent to earth to pay the price for our sin. He never sinned. The white of this marshmallow represents the purity and sin-free nature of Christ. Right. After Jesus died, his body was prepared for burial. After he was buried, his friends prepared him to be buried with oil and spices.
Oil
Did you know that
and spices.
They used to bury people and they would prepare their body? And so, do you remember the story of Mary when she had the perfume and what do you remember about that story?
Mary took the perfume and she poured it onto Jesus's feet.
She poured oil on his head, right?
And then she also put the perfume on his feet. And a guy, I wish I could remember his name. Yap or something.
Do you remember who betrayed Jesus? You don't remember?
Judas.
So what did he say?
Judas didn't understand how Mary used such a precious and it was worth a lot of money. So
A year's wages.
year's wages. and didn't put it into the, basically like a bank account kind of.
He was the treasurer, but he was stealing money from the treasury.
Just so he could help himself. But he didn't understand that it's more important to give to God than to steal from God. So Mary used her own hair, and she had long hair. And in the story, I always imagined she had long black hair. And she wiped it on Jesus' feet.
So do you know that she actually was preparing Jesus's body for burial? Did you know that?
How did she know?
Oh.
Well, she didn't actually know. She just knew that she was worshiping him. I don't think she realized that he was going to be hung on a cross on Friday and that he was going to raise from the dead on Sunday. She didn't know that. But when the 3 women went to the tomb because they were going to bring the things that they used.
The 3 women were all named Mary, I thought. Weren't they?
Were they all Mary?
I think they were all Mary. I remember that in the story.
We might have to get our Bible out and double check it. But I think you're right. But they were going to go use some of those things for his body then, and he was already gone, right? Okay. So let's get back to our story. So back then they would prepare your body for burial, but Jesus was taken down, and because of the time of day, they just wrapped him up and put him in a tomb, right? But Mary already did the preparation ahead of time without really realizing that that's what she was doing. Okay. So, after Jesus died, his body was prepared for burial. After he was buried, his friends prepared him to be buried with oil and spices. So now you're going to put your marshmallow in your oil, roll it around.
No, it's not.
I'm going to open these up because we need to get them ready to go.
It's a little oily.
I'd understand that. Then you roll the oil, marshmallow, and the spices.
Oh, get it. Oh, goody.
I think we'll be okay. There.
River, can I have another marshmallow?
Now, I'm going to seal it. Okay?
That's Jesus's tomb.
So Jesus was wrapped in linen and placed in a tomb with a large rock rolled in front. So the marshmallow with everything on it is in this, what we're going to call our tomb, right?
Which is that?
Yes, because it looks like a rock, right?
Good.
Kind of. Did I do that good? You think? Okay,
Yeah,
that's one.
because it's going to be all cooked anyway.
So we're going to do the same thing for all of those. And then we're going to allow the rolls to cook for 10 to 12 minutes, and then they're going to cool. So then when they do that, and we won't film the whole process of cooking and cooling, but we're going to talk about this first, okay? So after 3 days, so after they come out of the oven, right? His friends went to visit the tomb, but the rock was rolled away, and 2 angels said, "Why are you looking for the living among the dead?" So when we open up the roll, either by cutting it or taking a bite, what do you think happens?
He was gone.
How does that work?
I don't know.
I know.
His spirit went up.
So when we open it up, we're gonna find a hollow tomb.
Yeah,
Right.
and there's gonna be no marshmallow.
Right. No marshmallow is gonna be in there because we're going to leave an empty tomb. So the rolls are sweet, just like the love that God has for us. Right?
Yes.
And we know that the best part about Jesus' death was the resurrection because he didn't stay dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So those are the rolls that we're making. So we can wrap up a couple more of them. You want to do that? I'll hold on to this. You can do the marshmallows. And then once you get it all done in the butter, give it to Olivia. There you go.
Yummy,
You can
yummy.
start your next one. And then I'll take them and wrap them. And then maybe we'll do a second video, and our second video we can show everyone what our done rolls look like. What do you think? May I have that, honey? Thank you. Good job.
Got you a little nice and.
So, do you get to celebrate Easter like this at your house?
Haven't for a couple of years.
No?
I remember one of the best Easters is when my sister, I think, did it. She's the one who planted all the eggs for me to find and stuff.
Oh, yeah, and she's 16, so she must have probably been, what, 14 maybe at the time?
12.
12?
Something like that.
Olivia, I'll take that. Thank you, ma'am.
I'll take that. Thank you, ma'am.
Sometimes it's nice to go to other places because then you get to see what other people do, right?
Yeah.
When I was younger, I moved and I went to different places, and part of the time I lived with my aunt and uncle, and I got to see what it was like with them, and I was with my grandparents, and I got to see what it was like with them, and sometimes I was with my dad, and that was different, and sometimes I was with my mom, and that was different, so it changes. Not everybody has the same traditions. Some people don't have traditions.
Usually I would go to my grandma's and I would, and she would plant Easter egg hunts for me and my cousin. So,
Sometimes.
I
Not
haven't,
every time, but sometimes.
that hasn't happened in a while though.
Yeah. Actually, I think it hasn't happened in a number of years.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that it wasn't fun when it did happen, right?
Right.
But sometimes you get older and things change.
I don't want to grow up.
And the
say
Easter
this
celebration isn't about the Easter bunny, it's about Jesus. But we also have a tradition of the Easter bunny, right?
And I want to know, how did that become a tradition?
The Easter bunny? That's a very good question. Maybe that's something that we should find out about, and then when we find out about it, we can share it with other people.
You know what is fun?
What?
The fact that on April Fool's Day in France, they would put a picture of a fish on somebody's back.
They did, and they thought it was funny to put a picture
It
of a
is.
fish.
It is funny.
Come on, imagine walking around and everybody laughing at you because you got a fish on your back.
Imagine just saying what, and somebody just saying,
Got a
"You
fish
got
touch.
a fish on your back."
Like
I
the
thought I
cheese
had
touch.
a really good April Fool's planned, and then I didn't do it.
Was it?
I was gonna have you get a water bottle that has a hole in it and ask you for water. Have it spill everywhere. It didn't work because I didn't do it.
Hey, is it that water bottle that came with that bag?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I need a marshmallow, ma'am. You're doing great. I think these are very well seasoned.
Really?
Yes. We're getting all kinds of good spices.
I'm Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I think
We
right
have
now?
pretty little tombs.
I
If that's
think-
a such thing. Can they be pretty?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what?
What?
I think that if you're a Christian and you're watching this video right now, I think you should go to our channel and watch the video that of us doing our prayer, and maybe you can join in.
What if you're not a Christian? Can't you do it anyway?
You could still join in.
Yeah, see, so it won't matter, does it?
Nope.
When Jesus came to earth, he didn't just hang out with the Sadducees and the Pharisees. In fact, that's not who he hung out with at all. Is it?
Nope. The Sadducees and Pharisees are bad guys. We don't like them.
May I have another marshmallow?
As soon as I get this
Maybe we should trade.
bottom.
I think Olivia just is making sure she gets it very well covered. Also, your fingers are pretty buttery, so I'm pretty sure that you're going to have to stick with your job for the moment.
Probably.
Why do you want to trade, River? Because I'm taking forever?
Maybe she thinks you're taking too long.
A little. I got greasy marshmallows in my hand that keep slipping.
Just leave them in there. Let them be. Let them be.
Oh, now I'm the one slowing us down. Okay, so last package of rolls.
Really?
Yes,
It's going fast.
this is it.
What if
There we
we
go.
just put one with just butter
May I?
in there? Would it
Thank
taste
you.
different?
Of course.
Um,
Yeah, it tastes like buttery rolls. Tastes like bread.
Good question. I think if you just put butter, it wouldn't be very cinnamon
Healthy.
rolly tasting.
I mean, cinnamon's not healthy, but
Cinnamon is healthy.
in a way.
You know what I think?
But it has
Liz?
sugar mixed in.
Well, we have sugar mixed into our cinnamon at the moment, but cinnamon is healthy.
Yeah.
Cinnamon's also very strong. So if you add too much in, then you could kind of get a little cough there. Get your mouth a little dry.
Yeah, patience. I was hanging out with my friend once, and then she told me that it's good to take a big old bite of cinnamon as a prank, and I did, and that didn't end up so well.
You know, they called that a cinnamon challenge, and people were doing
Yes.
that, and that is just silly. I don't understand that. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Because you could really choke, I think, on that, right?
Yeah, but I got it down. I did choke, but I put water in it, it's fine. Then I spit
It's
it out.
fine. And I spit it up.
Well, you're still here today
Yeah.
to tell about it.
In your awesome Beatles shirt.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sure River likes her.
I thought Beatles shirt.
We're going to have some pretty good looking rolls, I think. My
Did
plan,
I add too much cinnamon? Because there's
No.
barely any left.
my plan is to let everybody else eat them first, otherwise I might eat too many.
When we had Easter dinner a little bit ago with my brother
Oh, in Ohio?
and sisters and sister friend,
Libby, Katie, Michael.
This
Yep.
one's not sealing like I want it to.
so then we kind of just had resurrection rolls, and I kind of had like 6 that day.
I ate like all the bread.
Yeah, she ate all the zucchini bread. I ate all the resurrection rolls and mashed potatoes, and Mom ate all the other stuff. Mom was like, I want some ham. No, I think Mickey liked the ham the most. And Katie ate the vegetables the most.
Yeah, that's a pretty good vegetable dish. I
You're just like,
making it.
Here, I'll keep it in there for you.
wait, you know what? This might make the process go faster.
Okay, I'm ready with all my wraps here.
She's making the process go way faster. Look at it. We both have this going on. Oh, they're done.
Thank you, ma'am.
Did that go fast or what? Are you happy that I'm not going as slow? Just put them in.
I guess that's how it works. Then we got another round, and then
I'm running out of cinnamon, I'm sure.
we're running out of rolls.
Did you know that Jesus' resurrection was even more important than his birth?
Nope.
It is.
But his birth's the one that brought him into this world, so it's
Yeah.
just as important.
But how did you get into this world?
Birth.
Birth. So is there anything special about being born?
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
The fact that
Well,
you're
I mean,
here.
being born is a miracle, but if you think about it, only Jesus rose. Lazarus, he rose his friend Lazarus from the dead, but Lazarus died again after that. He didn't stay alive after that. He had an earthly death and he stayed dead, but Jesus rose from the dead and he doesn't have a grave here anymore because he's not here.
Mama, can
So his resurrection is more important than his birth.
Okay, I think that's a lot. We're gonna wait until.
You think this is a lot?
Yes.
We only have 16 of them.
Only 16.
Well, we have like 10 people. That's like 1.5 a person.
You guys saw us put them in there, right? So when you bite them, you're gonna see the marshmallow is gone.
If you didn't know, there's behind the scenes people.
Yeah, we have an audience of 2, and they don't want to be on camera.
That's why they're not speaking either.
Mm-hmm. They kind of gave me answers too.
Oh, she said zip zip. I mean,
She was
they can't do genders either.
What?
You know what? You know what? One of them you've seen in one of our videos, I think.
Oh, I think.
Here, it's. Can we just say your name?
Sure.
Can we just say your name wrong?
As she says it.
Well,
So
Ron.
can I
It's
Could
Ron.
I? say your name?
May I have another marshmallow, ma'am? Thanks. Thank you.
Is that it?
It's Ron,
Well, I
but
think for your
you've seen
sleeping, yes. For
you've
her, no.
seen
I have one more from her.
We got 2 more.
One more.
We have 2 in there.
Well, then you better eat one.
I call it.
How about if I give you one more and you can each have one?
Deal.
Even though that's not part of the resurrection part.
Mom, I don't really have much cinnamon in
Gulp,
here.
gulp,
Well,
gulp.
you just need to get enough onto one. Please and thank you.
I can't.
Gotta get all butter.
Here?
Thank you, ma'am.
Is that good enough?
If anyone wants to make resurrection rolls, you can certainly look them up. This recipe was from online, so you can just probably Google resurrection rolls and you'll get the recipe.
Especially Christians.
Anybody.
'Cause then they'll know.
Anybody.
Yeah,
anybody
anybody.
can make resurrection rolls.
Even
Actually-
if you're not Christian, but you
Because
want
it
to
will
become
learn them
Christian.
about what God is.
Teach.
Yeah,
Teach 'em.
teach 'em.
2 cans of crescent rolls, 16 large marshmallows, a half a cup of melted butter, a fourth a cup of granulated sugar, and 2 tablespoons of cinnamon.
River,
You're gonna put your cinnamon and your
you
sugar
can have that
together.
one.
No, that's yours. I'm dipping mine.
So there you have it. Those are the ingredients.
You
Okay.
want to do that?
These are done.
I get to lick my
It'll be
fingers
time
now.
to stick them in the oven. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. These girls are gonna eat what they have on their hands, and
I don't know
I'll
if
tell you
River
about how
will.
it tastes later.
She kind of got the butter.
Okay.
I'll have cinnamon soon.
You want to say goodbye for now, Olivia?
Bye for now. Oh! Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications.
Share to a friend.
Comment and share to a friend, please.
Bye, guys.
She said, please do it.
Please. Please.